life, the arc of humanity.
Oh, the country life. The sun rises, the sun sets, the birds and the trees and fresh air and swimming holes and ponds and fishing and hay and cows and bugs and critters and boredom. Oh man, I could not wait to get out of there. But I love the whole back to nature thing, you know, climbing trees and swimming holes, but you get to be around 10 years old or so, and you start to wonder, well, what else is out there? What is beyond these small town limits? All I knew is that I wanted to travel. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to see places like Morocco or Zanzibar or Acapulco. And the only way I knew anything about any of these places in the world was from reading National Geographic. And Grandma's subscription ran out like 10 years before I was born. But freedom, it was freedom that I wanted. And one day I got a taste of that freedom when my parents bought me a bicycle for my birthday. And I rode that bicycle from one end of that small town to the other, just exploring everything that I could. And then one day, I came upon a record store that sold records. You guys remember records. That is when my whole world blew apart. Ba-da-dum, don't, da-da-dum, don't. They say the neon lights are bright on Broadway. And I won't quit till I'm a star on Broadway. It was right then and there that I knew I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to take people places. I wanted to make people feel. I was so full of expression. I would sing to trees. I would sing when I woke up in the morning. I'd sing in the bathroom. I'd sing in the shower. I even made up songs to the hum of the dryer and the vacuum cleaner. But I didn't always get to sing what I wanted to sing. Baptists generally frown upon Broadway and show tunes. I mean, it was bad enough that I wanted to go away to college. They did not want me to go. They did not want me to grow. I remember when I was 17 in a small town I called home. My blood was running wild for a city I never known. And all I ever wanted and all I ever dreamed was of fortune and fame. I'd be satisfied with shining lights around my name. I was hungry for a life better than the one I knew. One filled with stars and fancy cars and million-dollar tunes. So I packed my bags and I said goodbye to a life I'd never miss. I said, this is my time to reach the sky. Oh, how I can't wait to fly. They flew by fast. Some days I can't recall. City lights and up all night like Cinderella at a ball. And all I ever wanted and all I ever dreamed was right outside my door. This is what I was living for. Streets are talking up my name. Loving life and living life and breathing all the same. So I say goodbye to the place house I've loved and the place I've always loved. I said, this is my time. I've got the sky. Hey, look at me fly. Flying just like me. He sang a song, he stole my heart. We fell in love, you see. Drinking wine most every night and popping pills to the morning light. Oh, it sure felt nice. Taken all I had, and I cried and cried all winter long. I was sadder than sad, a broken heart without a song or a penny to my name. I said, this was my time. Where's the sky? God, how will I ever fly? Then spring came, it was pouring rain. How I knocked on every door. Remember me with a golden voice. You loved me once before. But no one cared or took a chance or remembered my face. And I walked down Broadway all alone with all the stars and city lights and limousines and fancy bars and drinking wine and popping pills and ecstasy. My name in lights. My perfect dream. I was hungry for a life better than the one I knew, a life that feels like home. So I packed my bags and I said goodbye to a life I never miss. I said, this is my time to touch the sky. Oh, how I can't wait to fly. So anyway, after my meltdown, it was chaotic. I mean, it had been push, 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 push with my career, and that's all that I knew. So without that, I didn't know how to function in the world. Life had very little meaning for me. And then one evening I went out to a bar, and I ran into an old friend of mine, and he kept talking to me about this ashram and this guru, and how peaceful it was, and how calm, and I was fascinated. And so that next weekend, I went there, and I ended up staying there 3 months. And there was chanting, and there was praying, and there was meditating, and there was singing, and there were chores every day. But I studied, and I listened to the guru's every word, and I chanted endlessly, and I meditated. But somehow in the midst of all that doctrine, I still didn't have my own spirituality. And then one day, I was in the courtyard peeling potatoes. We peeled a lot of potatoes. And I looked up at a tree, and I thought to myself, you, tree, are the expression of life, pure and simple. You stand, you witness without judgment, you give without obligation. You are art. You are life, the way life was intended to be. And I thought to myself, how long had it been since I had sung to a tree just for the joy of singing to a tree? And how long had it been since I had connected with someone heart to heart through song? That need to create, to express, to sing, to write just for the joy of it, that was my true spirituality. And so there began my journey back home to me.